Okay, so welcome to another video, and today I want to explain the concept of support and resistance. Yeah, and this is a very strong concept that even most of the strategy you use today are built off of this concept. So this concept is one concept you can just use stand alone and still make good money from the market. So let's go into it. Yeah, you should have a basic understanding of what the market is doing, like trend, uptrend, downtrend, consolidation market. But let me just quickly brief you on that again. So if they say a market is going on an uptrend, basically it means the market is creating series of highs and lows, just like this. Highs and low, and it's going upward. If they say market is going on a downtrend, it simply means the market is creating series of lows and high, just like this, and it should be very obvious, and it's going all the way downwards. Now, how can you exactly be able to mark out your support and resistance in a very simple way? Now, you want to first identify the trend. Where is the current trend of the market heading to? Now, let me use an uptrending market for instance. Let's say we have an uptrending market and it's creating series of highs and low like this. Highs, low, and we'll have something like this, because it's not going to be picture perfect here, but you want to pay attention to this. Then let's say we have something like this, and the market just go all the way up. Now if you notice what happened here, yeah, this is a low. This is a low that we have in the market that broke out from this zone here. This is a low that broke out from this zone here, over here. And what we have here is that this is a single leg push. This is a single leg push. Why is it a single leg push? We haven't have any retracement to the downside. So all of these are internal structures. All of these zones are internal structure. Our support level, our very strong support level would be at this point. So you don't get confused marking out internal structures or other zones. Our support level would be at this zone. Once the market reverse, let's say we have a basic reverse all in the market like this, and the market starts selling, all of these zones will not hold. All of these support you are marking out here would not hold, because all of this would be used as liquidity. It will just sell back down, and it will come back to react from this very strong support in which we have here. So all of these zones will be liquidity. Once the market tap from here, then you can wait for confirmation or something, then you start riding the market all the way up again, following the initial structure in which we had before. So this is just a simple example of how to mark out your support level. Let's go back to talk about resistance before we go to the chart. Now let's say we have a downtrending market creating series of lows, highs. It's not going to be picture perfect, so you want to really take out your time to understand those levels. Yeah, and we have something like this breakdown, and the market, because the market will most cases create internal structures, so you want to pay attention to it. Now when you see something like this here, this is the zone where we had a break. This is where we had a break. This is the level where we had a break in market structure here. Now all of these zones are, this is one leg move. All of these zones are internal structure inside of this move. So if I'm looking out to mark my resistance zone here, I'll be looking out for the other block that is at this point. I'll be looking out for the other block at this point. I'll be looking out for the other block that is at this level here, because all of this level would be used as liquidity. Once the market reverse now, in most cases, all of these internal structures here would not hold. All of these internal structures here would not hold. The market will just more likely go and respect from this resistance level in which we have here before it sell back down, continuing in that structure again. So you want to pay attention to this level so you don't get caught up in all of these zones. You don't get caught up in all of these zones. All of these zones are basically just liquidity and internal structure you don't want to get caught up in. So let's use the chart for example. Let me show you. I also took this trade. I shared it on the group here. So if you see what happened in this trade, yeah, on this trade, let me give you an instance. So I'm still going to use many other trade as example, yeah. So from this point, we had a low, we had a high, and you can see the market structure change and it started selling. Now, this is where we have the strong resistance. All of these levels here are internal structure. If you try to catch any sell from here, as you can see, it's respected here. But the main resistance level now is at this point. So once the market reverse from this and it go back to that resistance point, it's going to react from that resistance point. This is the strong resistance level we have in the market where the trend started from. Any other thing enclosed inside of it are just liquidity that the market will take out once it reverse and go back to that level before it sell back down again to take out all of the liquidity on this downside. Let me give you another trade for example. Let me see maybe we have anything on Ethereum. Okay, let me use this pair. See, already yet to trigger. Now if you see what happened here, I already mark out my levels. Now if you take a good look at this pair, we had this high, we had this low, we had this high here, then we had a change in market structure from this point. After the change in market structure from this point, this is the low. Now if you see, all of these are internal structure enclosed inside of this move. All of these levels now are internal structure enclosed inside of this move like this. Where is our strong resistance point? Once the market reverse and it start going up high, is going to take out all of this enclosed level as liquidity and respect from this resistance point here and move following with the initial trend in which we already have here. Support and resistance, very easy, and you just want to understand the levels and just flow with what the market is doing. Let me see, maybe I have another instance. Let me check out Ethereum. Okay, let's see Ethereum. Yeah, now look at Ethereum as well. Let me show you what Ethereum is doing. Okay, let me give you a basic example of what happened here. So we had this high, we had this low, we had, if you pay attention, you see that we had some couple of internal structure inside all of this level, yeah. Just basic. Now you can also catch trades here, but I'm just giving you how to understand support and resistance. All of this are noise. Now then we have an expansion that broke up all the way to these levels. Now where do we have the breaking market structure here? At this point, at the breaking market structure at this point, any other thing enclosed inside of this zone is liquidity. When the market start retracing, down, creating that series, it's coming out to take out all of those levels. It will come and basically take out all of those levels and use this point as support. Then from there, now you can start to look for your confirmation again. Now if you look at the confirmation I'm looking out for on Ethereum here, since I already had my key levels. Let me go down to the lower time frame. I already had my, so on any time frame you are using, it's the same thing here. I already have my key levels. Now look at what happened here. We had a low, we had a high, we had a low. Now from this zone again, you can see that the market has started to create another zone, and all of these lows are enclosed inside of this move. All of these lows are enclosed inside of this move. Once the market begins to retrace, it's going to come down, basically take out all of these levels as liquidity and respect from this strong support level in which we have here. And as you can see, there is also a clean other block there, and respect from this strong support level in which we have there and bounce. Just understanding market like this, you won't have to stress anything. You just be paying attention to your support level, your resistance level, and you just keep riding along. And it just save you the stress of you trying to get too many things to look out for in the market. You are just looking out for a good support level and a good resistance level, and you are taking those straight. So that is it for this video. Yeah, see you on the next video. Thanks very much. Peace and love. Don't forget to subscribe and like, share the video as well.